guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with my July TBR. I have no idea how it's already July. July is my least favorite month of the year. It is hot. It is just like, I don't want to go anywhere and do anything. I'm not a fan of summer, so I just am gonna hide inside, and I don't have any trips in July. I have one before July and one right after July because my birthday is August 1st. So I do have an exciting trip planned. We're going to Steamy Lit with my sister coming along and going to Disney. So it'll be a fun trip, but July is just gonna be like a lull in all the exciting things. But we're gonna do some exciting reading then. That means a lot of exciting reading plans, hopefully some like empty weekends that I can spend reading too, because work kicks my butt every time. I have a release with one of my clients that is always very busy. So we're just gonna see how July goes. But I have some book clubs that I'm excited for and so many new releases. I have 7 new releases on my list. I don't know if I'll get to them all, but we'll go ahead and get to my book clubs. The first one's for historical hellions. We are reading Where Dreams Begin by Lisa Kleypas. I don't know if I've read this book before, but we are reading it. I'm pretty sure we're reading this one. Do I need to double check? Let me double check. I'm like, now this doesn't even look familiar. Yes. July's book is Where Dreams Begin. We just wanted to go back to some goodies because we've had a lot of not great ones in a row. I am reading the one right now though for June. So good. It's a Shannon Drake / Heather Graham, and it's like medieval Scottish. I'm loving it so far, but I'm excited to read a new Lisa, and I love when they're on audio because I will listen to them and fly through them. I'm currently doing a puzzle that I'm loving. For my Patreon, we do a Nora Roberts book a month, and I'm so excited for this month. We are reading Identity, whose title I never remember. I always say Inheritance instead of Identity, but super excited to read this one. I have not read any of Nora's like new stuff, so I'm excited to read this together. We always do have such a fun time chatting together. If you're at all interested in my Patreon, it is always linked down below. You can join for a week free if you just want to check it out. I actually just filmed a video this morning of just a chatty get ready with me and chat about life, so you can check that out if you want to. And we are going to read this month, and we always meet in the middle of the month because I have book clubs at the end of the month. They get like conned, and he murders her best friend, and she is the one who like trusted that guy, and so she feels like it's her fault. So the FBI tells her that she was actually the target and not her friend, and so she has to flee to her mother's home in Vermont where she meets another man, and he is the guy that like killed her best friend still on the loose too, and he hasn't forgotten about her. I love romantic suspense, and this one sounds so good, so I'm very excited to read that. I don't have a book yet with the Ravish by Romance book club. Lacey and I always decide like the day before the live show, so that's next week. I'm filming a little early, but let's go ahead and pick out a book from my jar from my Patreon. I'm gonna read a book a month from them. I completely forgot I have to read the Isabel Ibanez one from last month. I will get to that. It's only the 22nd that I'm filming this. I think it's the 22nd today, so I've still got a week left of the month, but let's go ahead and pick out a book. We are gonna read this one. So this one is, okay, I think I can get this in audio too. It is a love song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. I read 7 Days in June and I really liked it, and this one has been on my TBR. I think I actually own this one somewhere in my library. So I'll be reading a love song. So Nicole is the one who recommended this, so thank you so much, Nicole. It is a love song for Ricky Wilde, and I'm excited. I love it when I pull a book that's like already been on my TBR, so I'm forced to pick it up. So I don't know anything about that book. I just know that I do really like Tia Williams, so we'll see how that one goes. I'm pretty sure I've reserved it from the library before. Let me double check and see if I still have it out or I have to re-reserve it, because I'll reserve a lot that I'm excited for, not get to them, and my hold will lapse, and then I'll re-reserve it because there's like a long hold on it. It is a 3-week wait, so I should get that mid-month and read that. I'm excited. Okay, so then I have a stack next to me. And we're gonna see what I end up reading. I have been dying to read Third Degree Urine for so long. I was sent this from Lainey Hatcher last year, and I just haven't gotten to it yet, and it's a friends to lovers romance where she would write letters to him, and it sounds really cute, and I really want to read more indie historical romance authors. So, and he's back. So she like sent him hundreds of letters with like her deepest, darkest secrets, and he never responded to them, and now it's been 7 years and he's back. So this just sounds so good, and I love this cover, and I just really want to read this. So this is gonna be for sure at the top of my TBR for the month. I also am hoping to get to this next week, and if not, it's going to be pushed until July. Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Kat Singleton, which has reached number 3 in the Kindle store right now, which is so exciting. I love Kat Singleton. This one is the newest one in her, I know it's Black Ties and White Lies is the first one, but I don't know what the first book the series is called. But this is her signing exclusive edition, which I picked up at Book Bonanza, and I think it's a fake dating romance. I just know they're billionaires and I'm here for a good time, so she delivers. I'm excited for that one. I also have Elle Kennedy's new one because, first of all, I should have gotten the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition because it's pink, but I think it got picked up and it just sounds messy and fun. The heroine is going to study abroad in London. I think she's 19, and she gets there and she thought she's rooming with all these girls and they're all these guys, and I think like it gets messy because she likes a couple of them, but it's not poly, so like she's gonna end up with one of them. So it just sounds fun, and I love London. I've been there twice. I actually studied abroad in London when I was in school for 6 weeks in the summer, so I'm excited to see how this turns out, and it's one of Elle's releases I haven't read yet, and I believe she's writing a sequel, possibly. I might have just made that up, but really want to read that. I also need to read Katerina Mora's new one. Is this her new one? Now I don't even remember. Is this the new one? I love Katerina Mora too. I'm kind of wanting like billionaires angsty for the summer, and that's what she writes. So this is A Secret Fiance. Her professor, and he offers her class the opportunity of a lifetime in internship at Windsor Motors, and they had spent like a night together though. So, and they're arranged to be married. She just brings the drama. I'm excited. I also really need to read Not in Love. So someone messaged me and said this is really angsty, and I was like, say no more. So this is Ali Hazelwood's new release. I am actually 2 books behind now for her. I just haven't gotten around to new releases. This is like extra floppy too. And it's a forbidden secret affair. And that's all I know. Someone wants to take over something, company. I don't know, but I feel like I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this. Oh, I'm 3 books behind actually. People love Bride. I don't know. I haven't read her last 3 books now, so I have to read that one. Then I really want to get back into fantasy romance, so I have Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I actually just got tickets to a Polycon. Do not ask me how I got them. I'm still in shock that I managed to grab tickets, because last year was like traumatizing trying to get them, and this year all of my friends experienced that but me, so I was able to grab some tickets for me and some friends. And Penn Cole is going to be at a Polycon next year, so I definitely want to read this series, and I think there's 4 books now. So Spark of the Everflame, I think that are there dragons in here? I don't remember, but something with royalty. I know so many of my friends have read the series and loved it, and I know they love book 2 more, but I'm excited to read those books. I also would love to read Collide. I think this is one I want to grab on audio just because it seems like a fun summer romance. I mean, it's a cute hockey romance. So she's an honors student and he's a jock with only hockey on his mind, and their worlds collide. So it sounds cute. And I've seen everybody read it, and I picked it up at Target because I couldn't resist. So in that same Target order, I also got Mind Games by Nora Roberts. I would love to read her new book. I have heard it's a little slow though, so I don't know if I should pick this up on audio, because when I do her on audio, it goes so much better, especially if it's slow, because she really likes to focus on like the mundane day-to-day life of her small town romances, and I need a little bit more action. So when I pick them up on audio, I do tend to enjoy them a little bit more. So I might do this on audiobook, we'll see, but I'm excited to have her new one and possibly read it. And the last physical book I would love to read is going to be Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. This copy is so pretty. I didn't realize that this one would have like foiling and like raised edges, because I saw her at Joseph Beth, an independent bookstore, on Tuesday, and I pre-ordered a copy and it's just flat. So there's like a big difference between these two. I don't think that the first book had that big of a difference between them, but I'm very excited to read this book because I thought the first Love Redesign was okay. I think I gave that like 3.5, 4 stars, and it was a little bit forgettable of the plot. I don't remember a lot that happened, but it was just like a really long book. So this one's long as well, but it is Single Dad Nanny, and I've been told I will love this one more. So I'm very excited to try this one out. I think though I'm going to physically read it. Excited to read a new Lauren Asher. She's like the sweetest too, so I was really happy to see her at that signing. And then I have my 7 new releases. So the first one is Walk Off Wedding by Maren Moore. I should read Home Run Proposal first. I read book 2, Catching Feelings, and I gave it 3.5 stars. It was good, but I think I'll like her other stuff better. The trope of that one just wasn't my favorite, and so I'm excited to see what else she can come up with. And this one, the cover, obsessed. And then Play Along by Liz Tomfordy. I do know it's Liz Tomfordy and not Tomford, but I need to like remind myself how to say her last name. But this one, I'm excited. I do not know the plot. I do not know the characters. I just know it's a new book by her, and I'm excited to read it. And it's purple, so it's gonna be pretty. I'm excited. And then Penelope Douglas has 5 Brothers, which is gonna be so good, and I'm really sad. I think it's gonna be another like Credence situation where she has options and she explores those options, but she picks only one. I'm a why choose girly, so I want her to be with all of them. And I feel like I might be a little disappointed if she doesn't, like I was with Credence. Well, really, I wanted her to be with someone that she didn't end up with. But I'm excited for this one. I believe it's the spinoff from Tristic's Venom, and it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Then we have The Game Changer by Lana Ferguson, which I'm just excited for a new Lana Ferguson book. This one is a hockey romance. She has written so many different kinds of romances. She wrote like a Omegaverse fake dating romance, and she had a nanny single dad romance, and now she also is gonna have a Loch Ness Monster romance, which I'm really excited for, but this one's her hockey romance, so no idea what the plot is, but it's a new book by her, so I will be reading it. We'll see if I do audio or physical. I think I've done audio for everything she's written so far, so we'll see what I do depending on what I get from the library. Then we do have Reckless by Lauren Roberts coming out. I wanted to read it the day it came out, but I have something going on that day, so I can't just sit down and read the whole day. I should reread Powerless, but I have a pretty good memory of what happened in that book, so I don't feel like I have to reread it, but I am so excited because I loved Powerless so much. So this book is gonna be so good, and I cannot wait. Some people already found it out at like Barnes & Noble and Target. I have not, so I'm waiting until release date, but I'm so excited. This is Casual by BK Borison, I believe comes out this month too, and it has been so long since we've had a new release from her because she did get picked up, so all of her books originally were now being republished traditionally, and then now we finally get book 4 in the series, which they're all based on seasons, so this one should be so good. Hers are just like so cozy and comforting and make me so happy, so I'm so excited for a new one from her. Again, no idea what the synopsis is, but I will read anything she writes. Then the last one I have is The Baller by Lulu Moore. This one comes out I think mid-July, and this one is a baseball romance. Again, another favorite author that I'm super excited to read. I feel like all of these are all just like favorite authors now that I know. I don't care what they write, I will be reading it, so I need a new baseball romance. I've loved the first two. The first one is my favorite so far. It's a second chance. The second one I did really enjoy. I gave 4 stars, so this one I just cannot wait. It's going to be so good. And those are all the books on my TBR. Let me know what you're excited for me to read and what else you are excited to read, and if there's anything I should add, let me know. And that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day.